And we are live, baby. What's up, guys? How are you today? So, we gotta talk about this chapter and we gotta talk about ego, man. Bro flipped out on them. He went so crazy, it's not even funny. Bro, what the hell? Sorry about that. Yo, so let's wait for people to join in and then we'll start. Come on. Why isn't it loading? Okay, it's loading. Alright, can you guys hear me? France, yo, what's up, Loki? Yo, what's up, Jerk? Jerk the Dirk. What up, what up? Hello, Edith. Welcome, guys, welcome. Oh my. What's up, Nero? Welcome. Yeah, you can hear me. Yeah, okay, great. What's up, Rafa? What? Yeah, it was Duolingo. Like, I got an ad immediately. God damn it, man. Yeah, what's up? What's up, SB? How are you guys doing today? Are you fine? So apparently ego lost it. I did not expect it to go this way. This chapter went crazy, man. Like, I did not expect ego to go that hard on them. Haven't been this excited in a while for Blue Lock. That's the point. Not only did we just have Hugo, one of the most interesting characters, but now it seems that Blue Lock is leaning towards a Civil War arc. So you already know things are looking insane at this point. Also, you streaming live and reacting. Yeah, I actually haven't read it, you know? Oh, you're talking about a World Cup? Nah, I can't stream the World Cup. It's copyrighted, bro. Like, I could, but like, you know what would happen? My channel would get slammed. Ego tweaked. Hell yeah, man. Yo, what's up, Unknown? Welcome, bro. Welcome. So yeah, as I said, not only did we just have Hugo, which is like a very interesting character, but we also got the Civil War. So Blue Lock right now is like post-Metavision level of hype. If you remember back in the NEL, the first game was really hype. Sure, we had Noah, sure we had Levy. What's up, hello? Yo, welcome, bro. Sure, we had Noah and Levy, but like things really picked up once Isagi unlocked Metavision, and once we've seen Prince, once we've seen Nagi awaken, once we've seen Kazur do his shit. So, you know, this arc is just picking up, and like we still have 5 games into the arc. Like 5 games from Blue Lock's perspective, and we could have more. So you already know things are going crazy. I work completely about ego brainwashing the blue. Yeah, hell yeah, bro. Like, listen. Bro is a dictator and a master manipulator. And what do both dictators and manipulators do? They brainwash the shit out of you. The portraits shows their aura. Ego's color mean Isagi still has fart green aura in World Cup. You know what I'm afraid? I'm afraid when he goes white hair, his aura doesn't change white, and rather it remains fart aura. That would be sad, I'm not gonna lie. That would be really bad. Here goes. Hold on, let me read. So I like how Isagi asked out to be benched. I actually expected Ego to actually follow on that and bench him. Like he tells him, sure, if you want it, I could give you what you want. So yeah, Burgundy color. I don't know. Like, is it the color behind Hugo? Yeah, it's like. Benching him for following Ego's teaching while Karasu, who dropped them and took Hugo's ideology and even in the chapter disagreed with Ego, gets to say on the team. Interesting. We gotta talk about that, don't worry. So, by the way, guys, I haven't read the chapter yet. If you remember, we didn't get translation for it when we did the spoilers. So I want to read it first with you guys, like get to the first reaction, because I still don't know what they said. Like, I only know that Ego, like I only know the key points. So we are going to react to it together, then we are going to dissect everything. Right? Do you think the French coach should build the French team to bring out more of Loki's restriction? I don't think so. As far as we know, I don't think the French coach is that good to understand that Loki is restriction. And I think with Hugo, I feel like with Hugo, he understands, he must understand that Loki is restriction, right? But like, I think he is at a point where they've never lost, right? Like, I don't mean lost the game, but I mean Hugo and Loki technically never really lost when they tried. So in Hugo's eyes, there is no reason for Loki to awaken. But maybe when a strong team is against them, Hugo might push Loki to awaken. I doubt the coach would play any huge role. Like coaches in Blue Lock, unless they are specifically mentioned, like the Master Strikers or Ego, typically don't matter that much. If you remember the U20 game, one of the best games ever, and we had Sai and Aiko calling the shots, not really the coach of the Japanese team, who, by the way, had no backbone. So yeah, Rin slander is going to be glorious. Brock can't catch a break. And this is the first time, by the way. Like Rin fans have to understand this is the first time we see Rin's downfall. So they gotta accept it. This is the first time Rin kinda is meh. So they gotta accept it. Imagine white hair Isagi is just a bunch of Otoya. Like what does that mean? Notice how Ego did not answer Karasu, just doubled down. That's the thing. This is the second time he does it. We'll talk about it, don't worry, we'll talk about it. He can't argue with my goat Karasu. Not gonna lie, if Hugo... Listen, so for Karasu, I have a lot to say about him because he's right until this point. But let's do it with the chapter. Not gonna lie, if Hugo and Charles actually gave him harder passes to get, he will get stronger. That's the thing. The problem with Ness, if you remember, is that he gave Kaiser perfect passes, and perfect passes never push you. We've seen it with Sai, the way he did it with Shido. He kept pushing him. He knew Shido could score, but instead of just giving him a pass like his Dragon Drive, he gave him an insane pass that caused him to awaken. So I think this is what Loki is missing. But the problem is, how do you do it with Loki? Loki is such an anomaly that it's hard to pinpoint where is the perfect challenging pass. You either overshoot it and Loki can't catch it, or I don't think you even could do that. But like you either give him something that Loki cannot catch, or you give him something entirely within his reach and you don't push him. However, I'm like, listen, if there is one guy to do it, it's this guy on the screen. It has to be Hugo. Hugo has the eye and the mentality to see that. Is Loki stupid? If he thrives in restriction, why try to mold Charles into his perfect system machine to make his life easy? Loki is a genius. He himself does not understand that he is restrictive. I think if anyone knows, it's Hugo, right? So don't blame Loki. Loki is a genius. You don't think about this stuff as a genius. If you remember, Bachira never understood himself until he saw both Rin and Isagi drop him. Then he was like, oh shit, I am bound to be alone anyways. And if that's the case, I'm gonna destroy everyone. Okay, so let me read this one. If Ego thinks Sai plays believing he is the best player in the world, then it makes sense he decided to keep Karasu on the initial 11. Listen, Karasu himself wanted to be the best in Blue Lock. Like the whole thing about becoming second best, he wanted to be like Hugo. We can't like, sure, Loki, they have Loki and he is insane, but we can't hide the fact that Hugo was the most dominant player in that game, hands down. Like even Loki himself respects him so much. So what Karasu was doing is technically wanting to be the best in his own perverted way. Okay, so I kind of wish Hugo did not replace Charles as Loki's passer. I don't think he did. I think this game was not that important for Charles to show them that much. But I can understand you. I wanted to see Charles more, especially after all the hype from the NEL. I gave up on France's bold fraud coach the moment his tactics for second half was just telling Hugo and Loki to show off their natural gifts. I mean, listen, I wouldn't say that, because if you have a strong team, you would just tell them, hey, destroy them. Did Ego refer to Karasu when he said some players don't believe to be number one? We'll talk about that. Okay, so that's your reply. Don't be a hypocrite. You were happy with Isagi asking Hiyori for a perfect pass in the NEL. I was not happy with that. I was happy with how they shared their vision. It's like the way they share their vision is that Isagi would push himself and Charles would push, and Hiyori would push himself, and they meet at a point where not the defenders could react to. That's pushing each other. That's even better. Charles also can, but he needs either ball retention or direct pass. Yeah, I think. Listen, so he is good at dribbler. He's not that great. I don't think he is like Hiyori or good at keeping the ball like Kara. So that's a problem for Charles for sure. Hugo's pass push Loki's talent and abilities to the max. Yeah, but pushing them to the max is not enough. You need to aim for a player beyond what Loki could do. You need to do what Ness did. Okay, before we go with this chapter, I'll show you what you need to do. So if we go to chapter 293, Ness, by the way, proved that he is a rebellious. He was completely following Kaiser, but like at the end of the day, he was rebellious. Okay. It goes to the puppy. Luck has come to me. What do I do? A pass to set up Kaiser. No, you idiot. This is my chance to change. Okay, so whatever. That choice is impossible. Do I shoot? Pass to me. You swine. And by the way, he called him a swine. I never understood why you would call someone the female version of a pig. Like he's a male. Anyways, a new spell. I'll cast a new spell on this field. Up until now, I've only made passes that made it easy for Kaiser to shoot. You can't change. No, that's Kaiser saying. This is my first rebellion, my declaration of war to the new emperor. If you are the world's best, then come to steal it. So he gave a pass that Kaiser needs to awaken in order to reach. This is what Hugo needs to do for Loki. And I am 100% sure either him or Charles would do it in the finals. Once Blue Lock pushed Loki enough, this would be the way to awaken Loki. And Loki in that restriction is going to unlock a level of speed that would leave Noah and Prince in the dust. That's the whole thing. For Kaiser Impact, I kicked it past the defenders and timed it perfectly. This pass has top spin, so it's not suited. It's not suited for Kaiser Impact. Listen, I hate this. Sometimes the translation goes, I'll cast a new spell. It goes from left to right. And then for a moment, this pass has backspin, so it's not suited for Kaiser Impact. It goes right to left. And I think this is just the stupid English translation, because manga is like you read it like in terms of translation, you read it from right to left. So why change it for panels like this? I don't know. In any case, so he says, and if you are okay, so then he watches. Okay, what is it? So I kicked it past the defenders and timed it perfectly. And if you're right there, then we can try again. Means like Kaiser, the old Kaiser would not be able to do anything with it, but the new Kaiser would need to meet Ness there. However, Isagi met him. So, they were going on a date, but instead of Kaiser showing up, Isagi showed up. Anyway, so this is what I think Hugo would do with Loki. France 1, Senegal 2. Mbappe scored. You know what? If Mbappe dominates in this World Cup, he would prove that Real Madrid is the problem and not really him. Anyway. Oh, so hold on. So what's a swine? Yeah. So what's a swine? If the female of a pig is a soul. Not gonna lie, if Hugo and Charles ever bring out 100% of Loki's restriction, whoever their opponents are, they are cooked. That's true. Yeah. Hugo, Kara goat. France doesn't really need to change their formation during the second half, as they needed to do was make dangerous offensive runs. I think it was fine. Yeah. I mean, Karasu had the mentality since second selection, to be honest. Yeah, since we met him, to be honest. Can the kids call their parents and sue? Ego asked Boratsuta to fire him for being violent. Who the fuck cares about being violent, bro? This is not like they don't need safe space. They bet in their lives on this shit. Have you ever punched the screen with your life on the line? Okay, France in English, swine is gender neutral. Okay, so it makes sense. I always thought that swine is the female of a pig. This chapter is where this arc starts to ramp up. So that's true. That's entirely true, Danny. I think the Hugo match, the France match, it actually was not the point where the game ramps up. It's just the preps. It's like the epilogue. I would say the second epilogue of the whole arc, because after this chapter, shit is going to hit the fan. I just read the chapter while watching you. It was crazy indeed. Yeah, hold on. We should have read it together. Ego needs to teach his piglets new tactics instead of aura farming. Then we will read the chapter. Yeah, I will read it immediately. I think Hugo neither restriction, neither freedom type. Only talented learner because he can write restriction in Charles and freedom in Loki, but he can change. So this is something that I had, which is not correct. Restriction is not the ability to cast it or not. Restriction is where you thrive. So Hugo casts restriction, but he could thrive in freedom, which means he is freedom type, right? So we still don't know yet. I'm still on the fence about Hugo. I think he is leaning towards restriction, but we still do not know. I mean, his eyes, if they are the sniper eyes, then he is without a doubt freedom type, but we'll need to see him more for me to tell. World Cup Mbappe is a demon, bro. Just speed blitz them defense. Yeah, so he is Loki. Who do you think will win the U20? Japan, Germany, or France? I think it's France. I think it needs to be France. They need to set up the real World Cups because if they get a win here, I think it would be meaningless to have another win because they've already proven themselves. I feel like they need to fail in order for them to win at the biggest stage of them all. If you remember Kurokunu Basket, they failed at the summer camp and they won the Winter Cup. Okay, so if you are in Kaiser 5 inches and Ness is 5 inches, in which way you're moving? 5 inches what? Like, what are we talking about here? Oh, what the okay, I just understood it. You're getting timed out for this shit. Yeah, these are minors we're talking about, and you're talking shit like that. It could be argued that during Loki's first goal, Hugo created a restrictive environment, since he gave him a clear objective, which is restriction. I think that clear objective led to flow, but no awakening. Now, listen. So the thing with flow is the maximum capacity of your current self, which is something you could achieve without an awake. Like it has nothing to do with an awakening. So Loki being in flow against Hiyori or with his past with Hugo, that's fine. But like an awakening, like you need to be challenged in a way that really pushes you beyond your current level, right? Rain in a few. Okay, Ace Lock. Why there are roses when Boratsuta talked to Ego about losing? It could mean Germany winning. I don't know. Like I really do not know. But like I think France is going to win unless the writer pulls an insane one and they have them lose to Kaiser in the semifinals, only to Kaiser and Hugo Hugo and Loki face off in the finals. That would be cool too. I'm not gonna lie. We will see a Champion League arc. I'm so hyped. I really hope, man. I really hope we see a UCL. Yeah. I agree about restriction players need harder passes to awaken, as you said, but not necessarily for top performance play. As I said, top performance is not an awakening. Top performance is flow. You could achieve it with your normal plays. An awakening is you becoming a completely different player. Think about Shido with Sai. I think even though Sai was challenging him, because Shido was completely freedom, he did not awaken. The guy reached his top performance in flow. But like with Rin, when he was put into restriction, he did not just go into flow. He he went berserk. Noah is the true number one. Always calm, low cholesterol. We'll talk. Listen, I'll do a live about Noah. I think Noah is insane, and I want to do a live on every master striker and maybe even every pro. But for now, let's actually start with a chapter. Sorry if I don't read the comments, but I want to focus on the chapter. I want to focus on like dissecting what I meant and everything in it. So the first, it's a double spread, but like in this site, it's like this. But this is one of the most beautiful double spreads. So we see Isagi with the green fart aura, and Hugo with this royal magenta, like Bordeaux thing. Like this is Bordeaux color. I don't know what to call this color. Which is, by the way, funny because it's the same as in like the jersey of France. Yeah. So, anyways, oh yeah. I was just explaining it more. Anyways, so let's continue. Okay? Hold on. Let me read this first. Apology, as the production of this week's chapter could not be completed in time. We are releasing the incomplete pages as they are. Once the chapter is collected into a full volume, it will be printed with the art completed and corrected. We wish to express our deepest apologies to all to all of you for the inconvenience, and hope you will continue to enjoy reading Blue Rock. What the fuck they're talking about? I love when this shit happens. I love to see Chigiri like this. Like this gives us an insight, and sometimes it makes things interesting, like Ego here laughing. I love this, man. Like this seems as if like he laughed so hard the manga itself fell into pieces. So I don't know what they're talking about. I'm happy with this shit. Oh, so this is Destiny Bordeaux? Wait, hold on. Is that a color, Ripper? Oh, hold on. I can't. I need to know. Okay. Holy shit, bro. Bro, why? Oh shit! Holy shit! It's the color. It's the same color. So it's this. Oh my god, this writer, bro. This fucking writer, bro. Look, and it even shows Hugo here. Holy shit! I did not even like. I don't know if this is because I look a lot into Blue Lock, so my Google is also trained to show me Blue Lock a lot. But like this, showing Blue Lock twice, by the way, 3 times actually. That's insane. So I remember it is his favorite color, but like I don't remember it's called Destiny. Maybe in the translation it was just Bordeaux. Okay, this is Festive Bordeaux. Yeah, but this is different. Yeah, look, this is more like, this is darker. And it is like a little bit more pinkish, I would say. Holy shit. No, it's not okay, I wanna look into Burgundy or whatever it's called. Hold on. Burgundy. I know I wanted to read the chapter, but like wait. Oh, it kinda look yeah. I think no, it's not this. It's more like this. I think it's more like this. I think it's more like this. What's it called? I think it's more like this, Drake. Wait, Derek. Yeah, no, Drake. Yeah, I think it's. Yeah, I don't know. So, like, as you can see, it's a little bit pinkish, which is like this, not like this. This has muted pink. Oh, I don't know. Here it seems to be that too. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's in between. Hold on. Let's do this. So yeah, I think it's more this one. Yeah, so I think, yeah, it's Destiny Bordeaux for sure. Yeah. Listen, bro, yeah, I know they are all shades of red, but like, if it is Destiny Bordeaux for a guy who believes only in Destiny, it is a big deal. I'm sorry, I love these details. So yeah, hold on. Blue Lock is taking over the world as it should. Hell yeah, baby. Kaiser and Isagi versus Loki and Hugo. Yeah, I did a vote, but people voted on the Itoshi brothers versus Loki and Hugo, which means I won't do Loki and Hugo against anyone anytime soon. But let's read the chapter. Okay, his hair also quite a unique shade of red. I think it's like the whole thing where he needs to show like light. It is hitting from this angle, and you can see it here, the same light here. This is not his true color. This is the true color. So this is shadowed, and this is like from like the light. This is the true hair color of Hugo. Anyway, so let's actually start with the chapter. So Isagi is on the bench, says, what even is ego? And understandably, the geniuses are like, huh? What the fuck are we talking about? Then Nanase, for some reason, he's chiming in on the idea. He's got a point. Now that you mentioned it, it's pretty vague concept. Then what it is, and then oi. I know. Bro is a kid. I swear. Batra is like 7-year-old. Like, I don't care. Ego is the monster inside of you. Ego is the monster inside of you, right? Typical genius explanation. That's too based in feeling. I always thought it was more like your essential self. For me, it's something a bit more self-centered, like the selfish portion of yourself. Yeah, I get that. It has the nuance of selfishly disregarding others. I think I'm with Chigiri. Yeah, geniuses. Same here. I don't think hurting others is what ego is all about. See, we clearly all have different interpretations of the word ego. And that's why Blue Lock is in trouble right now. If we can get in agreement about what it means to be the world's top egoist, I think the way for us to fight will become clearer. Makes sense? Okay, let's try it. A good plan is like Yoichi. Ego refers to the playstyle of one's life. That's how I define it. This is kind of a little bit odd though. So the play style of one's life. If we look, so like for example, if we do ego, how do I say? So definition. So go ego definition. Ego refers to your conscious sense of the self, the part of your mind that thinks, feels, and identifies as I. In everyday conversation, it is more often used to describe a person's self-esteem or pride. So yeah, we know ego as this self-esteem or pride, but it is simply like it's the consciousness about yourself. So ego's explanation in a second about life form is actually correct. That's interesting. So it is deep in psychology at the end of the day. I mean, shocker to no one, but like, yeah, I like this. So he says, ego refers to the play style of one's life. That's how I would define it. Humans are social creatures. In a multitude of ways, we cannot survive without human connections. In other words, from the times where we were first aware, we subconsciously seek out ways to be involved with the world. Work, school, friends, parents. That's the start of the game known as life. Then, as people navigate reality and their ideals through trial and error, they establish a self of sense. So he is on point. It is the conscious self of sense. That's actually interesting. I like this. I like this about Kanshiro. Like he's really deep into psychology. So mindset, environment, talent, and appearance. Sure. Okay. What do you celebrate or rage against? What do you mourn or you believe in? Those choices are how you play the game of life, are how you play the game of your own life. And the evaluation standard of all of these decisions is ego. So it is, as I explained, it is between what you want, what makes you angry, what gives you joy, what you want to believe in, like what gives you sadness. And like the compass is ego. Like depending on how strong your ego is, you either go to what makes you joyful or you either go to what hurts you. And I kind of like this because it teaches people to at least think of themselves at least a little bit. So Kunigami still looking depressed. Yeah, by the way, what's up with that? Like, bro, like has constant, what's it called? Like these, what they are called? I forgot about them. Like where you have, your eyes are like, I forgot about them. What are they called again? Anyways, when any of you guys know, please tell me. Anyways, so he is on point right now. So ego is the compass for what sort of life you want to live. Okay, so we got that. Oh, I get it. Do you though, Sendo? Do you really? So it's like your life heart's compass. That's true. I feel like my soccer performance improves when my ego is most aligned with my own playing style. Wait, so everything you've taught us so far, like flow, originality, and hunger, were just to force us to face our egos. Bingo! The world's top egoist means the one who lives with a play style most suitable for being the best in the world. Yeah, I don't like this. This is not correct, though. Like, you could be the world's top egoist, but not for trying to be the world's best. I think this is where ego becomes. Not ego the concept, ego what's it called? Ego the character. Like eye bags. Yeah, he has eye bags. Like he has constant eye bags now. So I don't know why I feel like this is not correct, because let's say you're Hugo. Hugo is one of the best egoists in the show, and he is aligned with winning the World Cup 4 times. Does he care about being the best in the world? He doesn't. Does he care about like trying to achieve it or trying to push Loki to that? No. Like his whole ordeal with Loki is like, how do I say it? An exchange. They both want to win the World Cups. Even Loki, if you think about it, Loki does not want to be the best. He wants to beat Noah, but ultimately he wants to win the World Cup multiple times. So I don't understand why he always keep lumping the world's top egoist with being the best in the world. Anyways, and anyone without such a grandiose compass is useless, right? In that case, I'm right. The side of myself I found in the battle with Hugo, my playing style as the rebel who devours the #1 player, is my ego's compass. If I keep honing this rebel play style, and storm my way into becoming the world's best striker, then it gets interrupted by Karasu. This is interesting that it gets interrupted by Karasu of all people. His thought process gets interrupted by Karasu. This has to have a meaning. Imogami. Yeah, he is Imogami at this point. Hold on. Remember when Ego talked about how Noah grew up in bad environments? His environment gave him the ego he has now. It's like environment unlocked ego of the best striker in the world. Yeah, it kind of is true, yeah. Yeah, but his ego is driving him to be the best in the world, even win the World Cup 4 times. But Blue Lock was specifically designed to create the ego of the striker. Yeah, but like, it does not, what's it called? Hugo's ego does not drive him to be the best. He doesn't care about being the best. Like you didn't miss much. We're reading the chapter and we will discuss it more as we go, right? Based on Freud's theory, ego is something that is a result of one super ego. So like you're explaining water with water, like ego is the result, like water is the result of one super water. If you look into these terms, each leans more towards talented learners and the other towards geniuses. I don't understand it. Can you explain it more, Dev? Isaki had 0 goals and 0 assists and even wasted a goal in the first half that easily got blocked by Renoir despite Ren being free and asking for the pass. Why don't you mention that, you Ren hater? Like, are you talking about me or are you talking about ego? Like, I said Isagi had an ass game against France. Like, when did I even... Bro, what the fuck? If you're talking about ego, I kind of get it. Anyways, so... Okay, so let's compare this. So Isagi says that his playing style is the rebel who devours the number 1 player and storm my way through into becoming the world's best striker. How does that work? So like, he keeps on devouring until becoming the best striker. It's kind of like Noah. Then what? Then once he reaches to be the best striker, he starts developing youth so they can challenge him and him improving. I kind of like it. So he is turning into Noah at the end of the day. Like, without knowing it, this is exactly how Noah plays. He is a rebel that devours the number 1. And when he reached the number 1 spot, he still wants other players to surpass him so he can devour them again. That's interesting. We hate both, to be honest. Yeah. Who's Freud's philosophy, who delved a lot into psychology? His work definitely helped inspire Blue Lock. Ooh, we could do a live stream on that. That's actually interesting. I think both Ren and Isagi deserve to be benched. I mean, even Isagi asked for it. I don't know why Ego is such a fanboy. Yeah, that's true, but Hugo's ego is driving him somewhere and that winning the World Cup 4 times is not necessarily becoming the world's best. That's exactly what I'm saying. It should drive you to be the best in what you want to achieve, not the world's best. Because the world's best mostly means anything for talented learners. Geniuses don't care about the world. Like, Noah simply, who the fuck cares about being the best striker? I just want to be stronger. And like, for example, with Isagi, he still wants to be recognized. So I don't know about this. I think it kind of shows that Ego is leaning heavily towards talented learners here because he is one. But I don't know. I can't put my finger on it just yet. So let's carry on. Although, let me read this final comment and read it. I think the idea is that you gain an ego, and that ego comes with the playing style. I think if we think about it, the idea of Blue Lock is to awaken a playing style ego that surpasses Noah. Yeah, but like, that's only for the strikers. That's only for Baru, Isagi, Shido, and Ren. Otoya and Yuki too. But like, what about Nico? You expect Nico to still want to be the best striker? Like, if he want to be the best, how about the best defender, him and Aiko? They should fight for it. Who would clear the ball better? Isn't that actually better? Anyways. But Ego, we lost to France because of your theory. By the way, look at this. Bro was calm, he was explaining, he was fine. Like, the dictator, if you're listening to the dictator, he's fine with you. He doesn't care. The moment Karasu intervened, shit starts to go south. But notice this, guys. Notice how Karasu is completely blacked out. This is rare from Blue Lock. I think the time when I remember it was used and it meant something was with Baro's goal, if you remember. So if we go to 228, if you remember, Baro blacked out like this. Look. So as if he is defiant of Snuffy, it could mean. So like here, we knew Baro here went completely defiant of Snuffy and what he wanted. Look, so Snuffy was yelling, tried to score, then Baro tells him, even if I die in a flash, I'm fine with it. And so like he's blacked out completely. And the same here with Karasu. Like, and the black text is always referring to something intense. Like it's always like it has an intense tone to it. Like, hey, motherfucker, I'm talking to you. This motherfucker Hugo played one match and started an inner conflict in Blue Lock. That's how impressive Hugo is. Like, not even Snuffy, not even Noah did this. Not Loki, not Kaiser, not no one. Just Hugo, one game, and he destroyed Blue Lock from within. I like it. Yeah, darkness is defiance. This is interesting. I like these little details here. I love them, man. But ego, we lost to France because of your theory. Isagi and Rin followed their egos, which made them collide and botch the shot. By the way, something I gotta say about Blue Lock. A double shot is not double powerful. It's actually botched. So I love it. Freud had a theory of ID ego and super ego ace law. Okay, I'll check him out actually, yeah. At seek pleasure, super ego enforces morals, and ego balances both with reality. So ID seeks pleasure. Okay, so he has his own terms. Okay, Hugo is definitely top 5 humans. Oh, what do you mean? Hugo. Okay, Hugo. Like, what do you mean top 5 humans? Like, you mean players or what? Actually, it happened with Kaiser and Ness with chapter 288. No, it did not shake Blue Lock. Like, it did not shake Blue Lock to cause a rift. Like, Karasu actually is defying ego to his face. It's no longer on the pitch. Like, he's saying it to his face. Hey, motherfucker, we lost because of your theory. So explain yourself. And hold on, so I've never read this. Like, I actually never read this. Let's focus. Isagi and Rin followed their egos, which made them collide and botch the shot. There is no denying that reality, the reality that we can't win by all trying to be the world's best egoist. To be honest, some of us here are starting to doubt your methods. Can we really trust Blue Lock? Are you actually right? Tell me, coach. At this rate, can we win? Can we really become the best in the world? I love this. Look at this shit. Bro, immediately, like, no introductions, no nothing. Hey, motherfucker. We lost because of you. Explain yourself. Like, your theory, sure, it led them to both botching the shot, so explain yourself. By the way, look at Baro here. He has a vein popped. And can we really trust Blue Lock? Like, Baro is always about himself. He doesn't care about ego, doesn't care about Blue Lock. So, you know, this could be foreshadowing. Baro, specifically Kunigami. You know why Kunigami? Because Kunigami, I want to do a live on Kunigami. I don't want to discuss it here. I want to do a live entirely on Kunigami because this motherfucker ego here, he really destroyed Kunigami. Like, the poor guy, actually, I feel bad for him. So I want to see Kunigami in defiance. So whether you believe it or not, the fucking civil war is here. The civil war is going to happen, and I have no doubt in my mind, Isagi will betray ego. That's gonna happen. I don't know when, or if it would happen soon, but it's going to happen in the U20 World Cups. Karasu is rapidly becoming one of my favorite characters. Karasu, my goat, showing off in front of his boyfriend. Bro, stop saying... The issue with Blue Lock right here, best striker versus best team. I mean, listen, I don't think the best striker thing works for Blue Lock. I think it works for the strikers. You try to be the best, you try to become the best, sure. But like, what about Nico? What about Gagamaru? Yeah, I will do a live specifically on Kunigami because bro is probably the guy I feel sad the most for. Anyways, so it shows Baru, Chiguri and Kunigami and Ren, which is interesting. So maybe these are like Team Iron Man, or maybe Team Captain America, and Ego is obviously Iron Man. However, look at this shit. He did not react or anything. He immediately started laughing. Oh, look at bro. Look. I mean, he already has a memeable face, but this is too much, man. I love it. So don't make me laugh. Trust, right? Those things don't matter. Did you forget that Blue Lock is an experiment to create the world's best striker? Everyone else's lives will be ruined. All of you agreed to that insane plan, didn't you? So what use is sanity right now? But sanity can buy security, but it can't buy dreams. It's not true, by the way. That's not true. Listen, this is where I don't agree with ego. I think sanity, like the ability to think rationally, is exactly what made humans the most dominant force on Earth. Sure, crazy people like gambling, you could be a gambling person, you could be a crazy person, but like you need sanity in order to understand where you're going. Nico Ario and Gigamaru are just wasting time then. Exactly, bro. And I don't understand something. Why did he hijack the U20 team if his goal was just to create the best striker? Like you could have kept your little experience until you birthed the best striker. Why did you have to hijack the U20 team then? Like, and Buratsuta, and his line also, because Buratsuta expect him to either tell what's up, Yasin? You still calling me disciple, Mr. Disciple? So Buratsuta is actually demanding Ego wins the U20 World Cup. So I don't know what the fuck he's on here. By the way, Yasin, I actually got the comments to work. Yeah, you could see them on the screen. So whenever you want, I could teach you, my disciple. No, the triple add combo. No way you got triple. I like the best I got is two, but triple is insane. In Ego's philosophy, yes, they are. But in Hugo's philosophy, they aren't. They can have their own egos. Exactly. And that's the point to me. You can have your own ego about becoming the best as defender, as midfielder, as goalkeeper, as a fucking coach. Like, whether you want to believe it or not, him and Henry, in a sense, they're both egoists. They both want something out of this Blue Lock project. So I don't understand why he is acting like it's all about the striker and everyone else's lives will be ruined. I don't get it. It's about time, yeah. Imagine if Gagamaru just left Blue Lock right now. They'd lose. Exactly. Imagine this. Imagine if Nico and Aiko said enough is enough. Nico, Aiko, and Aryu said enough is enough. We don't want to play if you just want to ruin our lives. I don't like this. A painter has his own ego. Listen, bro. Listen. I don't want to get I don't want to get banned or like canceled here, but like that's very true, and we kind of needed that. I'm just going to leave it after like I don't want to get political, but after what we are seeing right now, you know. Thank you. Sorry, guys. Anyways, let's carry on. So, hold on. Let me reread this. Don't make me laugh. Trust, right? Those things don't matter. By the way, if you make Shido look like this, you're crazy. I'm just gonna say it. If you make Shido look like this, you're crazy. So, did you forget that Blue Lock is an experiment to create the world's best striker? Everyone else's lives will be ruined. All of you agreed to that insane plan, didn't you? So, what use is sanity right now? Sanity can buy security, but sanity can't buy dreams. Again, I don't agree. I think you need to have a little bit of crazy in you so you can enjoy life and go big in it, but not abandon sanity, especially rationality. Bro, yes, this panel and this one, they should stay like this. They're so good, right? The painter with a random example. Ace, this is you. I don't think you got it if you think was a random example. I don't think you got it. Bro is saying I like painting too. I don't think you guys got it. Like a painter with ego, Ripper. I give you props for that meme. I don't think you got what he. I don't think you understand what he said. But let's keep it PG. Anyways, but as I said, Yasin, you are completely correct. I think this panel and this one, they should stay like this. They are so expressive in this way. It's honestly amazing. Anyways, so what's sanity? Okay, my madness fuels yours, and your madness fuels mine. And that's how Blue Lock made it this far. If you doubt me, then fuck off. Like just like that. Also, it seems you don't understand why you lost to France. The main reason wasn't a strategic error or the enemy's strength. It was because some of you on that field did not believe you could be the best in the world. We're supposed to be creating the world's best striker, and we're in this mess because you were looking for other ways to live. That's not true. That's completely false. I'll tell you why this is completely false from Ego. And I don't like him, by the way, for this. Bro, you think it's an Expedition 33 reference? I've never played the game, so it could be, but like he's talking about a painter, a painter who quit, a painter that lives next to Kaiser, to Michael Kaiser. Come on, guys. Exactly. Exactly. He put him as a goalkeeper. He puts Gagamaru as a goalkeeper, but expects him to be the best striker. Also, this is not correct. They did not look for other ways to live. If you remember, if we go back to the chapter where exactly it happened in chapter 343, no, not 230, 334. So if I remember correctly, it's 334. So it happened, so they were failing against France. They did not, they were not winning, they were not in a winning position against France at all for Ego to decide they gave up. No, they were trying. You could look at Isagi. Isagi did his smile, that's mine. He did that smile that I am trying my best here. But look at this shit. He could not do shit. Bro was really pushing as an egoist. And by the way, it is because of Ego that he botched this, because he should have passed to Ren, but obviously he wouldn't, right? And Ren, by the way, with just one player on him, I understand Loki is close, but with just one player on him, he would destroy him. So Isagi here completely did the irrational thing and shot. And you can see Karasu watching, right? Karasu and Bachi are shocked. Then once Hugo talks, then only then Karasu gave up on being the best. So this whole thing is not correct. They were losing miserably to France. And by the way, let's say Karasu did not give up. You know what would have happened? Watch this. So Loki goes running. Rin can't do shit. Aryu can't do shit. He gets it. Hiyori and Isagi can't do shit. Chigiri almost does something, but then he gets pushed because Loki is extremely fast, right? And extremely powerful. Had Karasu not thought about being just this, second best, look at this shit. He would have scored. Loki would have scored once more. And if Loki would have scored, what would Ego say at this point? I don't like this. This is completely brainwashing. He is shifting the blame. He did not answer Karasu. He did not answer Karasu at all. He actually did not answer anything. Usually, Ego always has an explanation that is national, that is amazing, right? Not this time. Instead, he went crazy. He spoke about sanity and insanity, and then shifted the blame on someone random. He did not even name who did it, which we all know he is meaning Karasu at this point, and Isagi once he gave up on being number one. So I don't know. I don't like this. I don't like this, by the way, in terms of I like it as writing. I don't like it as it's happening. So, for example, if a perfect story kills your favorite character, you like it, but at the same time you love it. I love it because I understand where it's going. It's going towards a civil war. I hate it in terms of the story itself, right? But did you guys notice something insane here? As I was talking, I noticed something broken. Hold on, so, no, just joking. Oh, you're joking about the Expedition. So you got it, okay. Blue Lock TV during the NEL made millions. It actually made billions, but in yen. In yen. I don't think Ego is saying don't think or be insane. Sanity has different angles and meanings. The issue, it's not like that, Yassine. He actually, listen, if you see the context, what Karasu asked was simple. And Hugo dodged the question and told them to go insane. My madness fuel yours, and your madness fuels mine. So in this context, he is actually talking about craziness. But did you guys notice something here? So the screen breaks, but guess what breaks? It's exactly in the middle of Blue Lock. This could be a foreshadowing that Ego will bring the downfall of Blue Lock. Like this right here. If you take one thing from the whole chapter, is this right here. If you are doing something else, like if you're having the stream like in the background while you're doing laundry, please just watch this moment. Please watch this panel, because this panel right here is everything I needed. So yeah, they're losing the U20 World Cups, and it's going to be because of ego. And I don't know how would they do it, but like we need, I don't know, but like if you remember, Captain America did the right thing, but at the same time, he killed the Avengers in Civil War. So, in a sense, ego might be doing the same thing. He is thinking, oh, not even that. Holy shit. I think he is more like Iron Man. He thinks he's right, but he is not. And he ended up splitting, he ended up selling out. Okay, so it's interesting. It's not the same as Civil War, but like we could take it here. Because this panel where he smashes Blue Lock specifically, this has to have some foreshadowing. It can't be just random like this. The writer don't do shit like this. Do you guys understand? Exactly. Much like the Avengers split up like a band, Blue Lock is gonna split up like a band. By the way, Dr. Banner in that line, when Iron Man told him we split up, he told him like a band. So true. Exactly. Foreshadowing for Blue Lock getting destroyed. Listen, the writer does not do mistakes. We've established that. Nothing is random. Everything is with purpose. So, Blue Lock getting destroyed right here is immediately a foreshadowing to Blue Lock falling at the hands of ego. That's what I'm gonna say. Now, would it be the Civil War that leads to that, or after the Civil War, or like the Blue Lock failing would lead to a Civil War? We don't know, but like I can't wait for it. Anyways, so you're doubting me, huh? What about your own egos, you trash? As a small mercy, this is still just the group league. There is still a path to victory. That's enough for this shitty day. So go cool your heads, you lumps of talent. Let's face tomorrow with a new kind of madness. And by the way, you look at like how someone like Baro, who's you could look at Baro as someone insane, but his insanity is very deliberate. Yeah, like the Beatles, exactly. I'm cooking with the stream in. Bro, listen, I did not call you out, Water. Like, we all do this. Like, I love. Listen, I'll show you something. Hold on. So, I love this guy. So, DK. He plays Master Duel, which is ironically maybe my favorite game. I have like more than 2,000 hours in it. And like, he does these live streams like almost weekly. And I love to have them while I'm doing something like in the kitchen or like outside or like whatever. Like, right? Or in the car. I love to have them in the background. That's the whole thing. We all do that. It's not your fault, bro. Anyways, so you could look at the three choice, like when he said, let's face tomorrow with a new kind of madness. We have Baro, Bachira, and Shido. And you could agree that all of them are crazy. The only crazy guy left is Ren. And I think Ren did not get included for what's going to happen after this. However, look how Baro is doubting ego. Bachira is just listening. He doesn't care because his crazy is completely within. And like Shido is having a boner. Like Shido loves this shit, man. Right? Yo, you play Math Mac, I hate you, bro. Like if you play Math Mac, I hate you. So recently I've been playing Fiendsmith, Bestials, splashed with Primates. I know it's kind of an old deck at this point, but like I love how simplistic and very oppressive it can get. Anyways, let's not talk about Yu-Gi-Oh here. The epic one. You did not miss much if you understand that this is here foreshadowing. Ego smashes Blue Lock and Blue Lock shatters. This is foreshadowing to Blue Lock's inevitable fall. And here's the thing. This manga is great. I think it's my best, like the best manga for me, period, right? I've never read something better than Blue Lock. But it could be much, much better when Blue Lock fails. That's what I'm waiting for. Kanjiro do not make mistakes or random shit like this. He does things deliberately. So showing Baro, Bachira, and Shido who are all crazy, It's kind of a hint here. He did not show Rin because we will get to him. Anyway, so Isagi, in that case, please let me out of the next match. And like, Andre, what? What? Huh? Bachira is like, Isagi, as you said, there was a point where I lost sight of trying to be number one. That's why the team fell apart. The way we've been doing things is no good. It's time for Blue Lock to be reborn. Please leave me out of this. Please leave me out this time, Ego. Reborn? Yeah, I'm planning to make that gamble. But you won't be the one left out, Isagi Yoichi. The one who's out is Rin. Oh my god, Rin Itoshi. Like, bro, look at... look at, bro. Sai is going to storm in, like, smashes Rin across the face and tells him, you fucking deserve it, and then leaves. So here's the thing. There was a point. So Isagi, I like this about him. Complete accountability. He looked at how he played. He saw that he caused Blue Lock to go into a complete mess had it not been for Karasu because he listened too much to Hugo. By the way, Hugo is one hell of a motherfucker. He knows who to talk to. He talks only to talented learners. He doesn't talk to geniuses because what's the point? Geniuses do not listen, right? So want a size, bro, we all want size reaction, man. I love Master Duel, but hate the meta, bro. It just destroys the other decks. So, one last thing about Master Duel. The meta right now is much better. I hated the Malice meta. Like, the Malice meta was so cancer, I feel the tumors growing on my back. He broke a giant 8K ultra flat LED LG screen. Who pays for this property damage? Yeah, exactly, bro. Yeah, I agree. This chapter is definitely the level up of the manga as a whole. Exactly. So, this is the beginning of the end. I can feel it. This is, and I don't mean the end of the manga. I mean the end of Blue Lock. And here's the thing. Blue Lock could still fail. But the strikers we love could still succeed. There is no law that says they need to be in Blue Lock. So they could, like after the U20 World Cups, they could all play in their leagues, like in the UCL ARC or whatever. Then Japan, like the main roster, Japan calls them to play for it. So Baro would be with Lorenzo at Ubers, Bachira with Bunny at FC Barcha, Shido with Loki at PXG, Rin with his brother and Kaiser at Real, and then they collectively show up for the real World Cups. Which when would that happen, by the way? So this is 2018. We need a 4-year time skip in order for us to reach the real World Cups. I wonder about that. Would like the writer mention like Corona, like the coronavirus, or would he not? Sai might actually be kicking his feet with the happiest smile after seeing this. So I want to talk about this. So he says, reborn? Yeah, I'm planning to make that gamble, but you won't be the one left out, Isagi Yoichi. The one who's out is Rin Itoshi. I don't think he did it because Rin botched the shot. I don't think so. If you think, like, we all thought that he did it because Rin destroyed Japan's chance of tying the game. But I don't think that's the case. You know why? Notice this. This is giving me Berserker Rin all over again. So we go to 44, I think. Yeah. So 40, okay, no, it's 443. 143. Come on. Okay, so we're going to the corner. Sai beats Rin. Obviously, Isagi stops Shido. Then they go on the counter attack. Look at this. So you got in my way, Isagi. You won't even let me lose. You won't even let me defeated by Sai either. I want to fight on my own, but Isagi, no, this whole team is devouring my soccer. Devouring my soccer. And he shows Baro, Nagi, and he's talking about Isagi. Why do you think that? Nagi scored, Baro actually devoured Rin and Isagi to score, and then Isagi, of course. So, as I said, it's always deliberate. Whenever the writer shows a certain player, it's deliberate. So, is devouring my soccer. Bam. So, Blue Lock won't let me be alone. It feels awful that he goes berserk. This is what's happening. Ego is pushing Ren. I'm calling it. And you can quote me and you can tell me I'm right when it is revealed. Ego benched Ren so he can push him into madness. I think they will win against England, or at least tie the game, and they will do amazing, and they will celebrate, and Ren will get to see it from the sides. And you have to remember, this never fucking happened. Ren never touched the bench. He never did, never does, never did. And like Ren was always him. Ren was always blue lock. So when Ren is on the bench, this whole devouring my soccer shit is on a whole different level. He's going to be left out. By the time the England game is out, Ren would feel such threat, and that would mean we will get Berserker Ren, the real Berserker Ren. This one, the guy we've seen here, because this Berserker Ren is the complete version. The one we've seen at PXG is incomplete. And I know exactly why. Or at least not why, or how would I explain it? Give me a second, guys. Write it down. Why is he being benched? Nagi is replacing Ren next match. Nagi is not going to play next match, bro. Nagi just cleared the first selection of Burat Sota's shit. Like, coronavirus is diabolical. It makes no sense for him to bench Ren for wanting to score. No, exactly. That's what I'm saying. He's benching Ren so he can have his tongue out. Yeah, so he can get his tongue out. Getting football ads on Blue Lock stream. Peak. Basically, he defined the training Ego gave him. He defied. I think that training was ass. Like, you know, the guy performs better when his mind is twisted, and you gave him like a training that controls his anger. Come on. Goku using Kaioken. Bro, Goku abused the living shit out of that Kaioken. So I kind of get what you're saying. So, what are your guys' thoughts on this shit? Like, I think this is like the best chapter in years, man. Like, literal years. I think it's already been a year since the start of the PXG game, so we're already having an insane chapter. I love it. He's being benched because Rins is a bum. Nah, he's not. He's being benched. So he's being benched in a sense to punish him, but at the same time, Ego knows that he needs to punish him in order to get the best out of him. Destroyer mode feels more like Ultra Instinct. I don't know. But what do you guys think about the chapter? Like 350? Especially this scene, like Ego smashing the blue lock, like the blue lock on the screen. This has to be foreshadowing, man. And you heard it here first, by the way. So when it happens, you know what to do. It's good setup for sure. I think this is the turning point of blue lock. Up until this point, Ego was always right. Even when we were introduced to Noah, even when we were introduced to Snuffy, it's always been proven that Ego was right. Although, let me remind you. So if we go to chapter 280, wait, what was it, 83? So one does, I think, yeah, it's 84, hold on. So one does Isagi talk shit to Noah. So after all what we've seen in the NEL, right, like him talking shit to Noah and his mentality, like we've still found, hold on, not this chapter yet, hold on. So we still discovered that Ego was right. So Ego had planned for all of this all along, right? So as you can see, Noah says that the door to Isagi Yoichi is Ego, right? And what ended up getting used, yeah, this Neo-Egoist League wasn't just a simple cash grab. Jinpachi Ego exposed our desires for new egos. To drag us into the league, his laboratory for facilitating the rapid evolution of the Blue Lock members. So, and we totally bought into his gamble. Took you long enough to realize you geniuses, right? So you immediately understand that Ego was always right. But then, this is the first time when we are seeing him, like the fact that Karasu could make him flip out like this, People don't flip out when they are right. People flip out when they are wrong or they can't explain it well. And I'm willing to bet that it's a mixture between two. His ideology is being tested and for the first time, and he doesn't know how to handle it, right? So that's my thoughts on this. Honestly, 10 on 10 chapter. 10 on, Sendo starts on my grave. We need Shiro to do something in the next game. Like it's been long enough. Kanshiro is really good at setting up chapters. Yeah, that's true. I don't think Friends game is top 5 in the series, but its ramifications are probably the greatest in the entire show. What would you say the top 5 games are? So for me, the number 1 is still PXG. The number 2 is obviously the U20 game. So these are number 1 and number 2. What would you put over the France game? The Ubers game? I did not like the finish. I liked the goal. I liked the connection between Hiyori and Isagi. But the way they had 2 players destroy a whole team, that was BS. And they couldn't do it in the next chapter, in the next game. By the way, no one could do it. No one could do that. Even Ren needed the help of at least Shido, Charles, and Nanase. But like we were supposed to believe that Hiyori in flow could dribble past 7 players. So the Ubers game cannot be better than the France game because of that. Although I would say, so for the France game, I would say the issue with it would be the nerf for Hugo, but the nerf came at such a reward that I am willing to forgive it. So I would say it's the 3rd game. 7th time I'm asking, 30 minutes is Ego's dream to make the best striker overall or only Japanese? He could have been a coach in Argentina, France, Spain. That's actually interesting. I mean, if he wanted, he would. I think he wanted a Japanese person, not just to be the best striker. He wanted him to embody his ideal and be the best striker. That's why I think he chose Isagi already, because he wanted him to carry his ideals. Any second selection game is better than France game. Now, I wouldn't listen. Second selection. So I hated the second Ren game. I didn't like it. Aryu and what's it called? Aryu was kind of cool, but like Tokimitsu was just bad. And in a 4 versus 4, Tokimitsu and Chigiri did not perform to how I liked them. So the game was not really interesting. The 3 versus 3, the Baro, Isagi, and Nagi versus Ryo, Kinigami, and Chigiri, that was insane. But I wouldn't put it over the France game. Like, it's not to the point of seeing Loki and Hugo play together. Menshine, so the Menshine has one problem for me, which is big one. And that's Isagi stopping the Chris Prince shot. There was really no reason for that. I guess it was to hype up Isagi in his new Metavision, but it kinda was an ass-pull, and I didn't like it. And also, that game is cool after Isagi unlocks Metavision. Before that, it was literally a repetition of the Barsha game. And also, once Isagi unlocked Metavision, Bastard Munich wiped the floor with Menshine. So, I don't know. Team V game is my favorite from the first selection. Bro, nah. I don't like the Nagi game. I don't think it is the best. Or considered among the best. Isagi Rin 4 vs 4. I don't like. So, Isagi Baro 3 versus 3 second selection. I agree with that one. Isagi and Rin, I don't agree with that one. Menshine PXG U20 match, not in order, but just the 5 best. I wouldn't say that. I would say the France game was better than Menshine. Team V game is my favorite from the first selection. Yeah. Yo, do Madrid give job offers to mentally ill players like Kaiser and Ren? No wonder Luna and Sai are messed up. Little can what do you eat? I was eating watermelon. Jiggy looking like a bro finna get straight belt. Yeah. Bro is looking like as if his dad is about to whip his ass. Yeah. Rachi getting cooked by Loki. He got cooked by Loki, yeah. We've seen it. In this game. Like, if we go bro, what the I'm getting ads on this shit. If we go few chapters before this, oh wait, what? Why is the? Oh, it's a Kunigami thing. We see Rachi getting cooked by Loki. Hold on. So I think it happens here. Yeah. Oh no, it's actually before this one. It happens here. By the way, look at what's called Igarashi's chain looks like. This is interesting. It doesn't like it looks golden and like the beads are the Buddha thing. This is interesting. I'm not gonna lie. What do you guys think? Bro, spending first of Muharram eating watermelon. Hell yeah. The second one is probably the U20 versus Blue Lock game. I would say the first is PXG, the second is the U20 versus Blue Lock game. I could turn this into a video, by the way, and it wouldn't take long. Anyway, so Igarashi, we have Igarashi here. Then look at this. So we get Loki joins in. Isagi gets the ball. Immediately Loki takes it. Then bam, he burns through Raichi and Hiyori. Bro, look at this. He distorted time between them. Like, they did not see shit. My favorite second selection game is Nagi Chigiri Zantetsu Baro versus Kiyora, Karasu, Otoya, and the Snake Guy. I liked that game, but I wouldn't put it like... There were no stakes, I would say, in that game. We kind of knew what would happen. So there were no stakes. That's the issue with that game. For the rest, I kind of love it. Like, the game itself, like, Karasu was cool, Otoya was amazing. The Snake Guy was cool, too. Kiyora had his moments, so it was cool, but, like, having no stakes, it kind of was ass. Like, not ass, it kind of was, like, it kind of was ruined, in a sense. Ruined, of course. If you can get the reference for... What's it called? For Family Guy. Ruined, of course. Corona has played against Nigeria. So yeah, what do you guys want to talk about? I want to extend the live stream a little bit, and then we can... Yeah, bro, edits, bro. I did not talk about Kiyora. Do not start with me. As soon as I mentioned Kiyora, you're already on his, like, train. Bro literally cleared a goal line ball. Yeah, against Nigeria, he did that. Can we send Rin to side B? Maybe he can learn from Kira and Shindo. Come on, bro. Rin would like destroy Kira and Shindo. That's the issue. They faced off against an unmotivated Nagi. I think Ego did the wrong move by outing Rin. It may make him worse. He would have left him on match, and what Rin did make him want to score more, and he will be more careful outing him. I don't understand the last bit, but I think it's for the right. Like, you have to understand, Rin is restrictive and he is the nastiest genius. So by putting him out and completely pressuring him, you are creating an insane monster. How do the defenders and Gegamaru take this? Yeah, we don't have, like, Gegamaru still has his poker face. Look at this. Obviously, I think Gegamaru did not understand shit. And Shido and Baru's team do not care. Bachura as well. Like, geniuses do not really care about what Ego is saying. Like you can see Aiko is like focused and Otoya doesn't give a shit. Like, do you see it? So, but he was like, look at this. Nanase, Ryo, and Hiyori like interested. And then you look at Otoya, bro. Like, it was like, sure, man, whatever you say. Look at Shido, bro. Whatever you say. Okay, whatever you say, man. I was not gonna say that word. Which I can't say, but like, it's just like, I don't want to get flagged on YouTube. Yeah, so then once he said, let's face tomorrow with a new kind of madness, then Shido got excited because it's always amazing for him. Yo, Ace Lock. Okay, so what do you think, or which player would become the best professional outside of the Blue Lock system? What do you mean outside of the Blue Lock system? You talking about like Kaiser, Lorenzo, or what? What are we talking about? Lived in the forest, bro, did not understand shit. Hell yeah, now. You talk of defenders, goalies, etc. But even Rio doesn't want to be a striker. That's true, yeah. Rio wants to win the World Cups. Let it out, Ace. Nah, I don't want to. Like, I could. Like, by the way, I'm from Africa. I could, but like the issue is I don't want to be flagged on YouTube. Like, it could remove monetization or some shit. Big Otoya shook Nagi so much he gave up his ego and passed away. That's true. Anyway, so like, what are we talking about when you say insomnia? When you talking like outside of the Blue Lock system? Are you talking like Kaiser, Sai? I think the best professional player is Sai. Like, but he's Japanese, so maybe you mean like from the others. I don't see Lorenzo. I don't see Bunny as good professional players. I think maybe Kaiser, but Kaiser also has his issues. I would say Agi, maybe. That's how, or maybe Charles. Maybe Charles or maybe Hugo. Hugo also could make a great what's it called? Great professional player. Fuck you, me, let it out. Nah, I'm not gonna let it. Yeah, exactly. The foreshadowing is true, cause it is not the screen will go black or glitched, but the riser chose to keep the Blue Lock even after. Exactly, bro. This The screen did not flicker, glitch, or turn off. The writer chose to keep it on, and break blue lock like this. This is not 100. This is 11,000% true. I mean, like, blue lock never existed. Which player would still have the most successful professional football career? I'd say Baro, for example, Shido, Ren. I definitely see the geniuses more than the talented learners. But at the same time, I could see someone like Karasu, someone like Reo. I wouldn't see Isagi though. I feel like Isagi, the point of Isagi, because he is too adaptive, he got influenced a lot by his old team. And he needed a reality check from ego for him to drop that, right? Charles, the crackhead. Argentina versus Algeria is at 2 in the morning, so in 3 hours and a half. I'm not watching that. Like, I don't care about real life football, even if it is my country. To be honest, the only thing I care about real life football right now is for Messi to play, then for Ronaldo to play, so I can drop Messi versus Ronaldo. That's all. I don't care about the rest. So Aiko, I would see Aiko going professional for sure. Yeah, that's true. Aiko too. Yeah, I could see him, yeah. I mean, you know what? We could do something interesting here. So let's go at the end. Chapter, what's it called? So chapter, when do we get the bids after the Ubers game? Like chapter 333, maybe? 233? No. 242? Hold on. So I think we get, okay, so after Kaiser, we get this game, and then I think we get here. Yeah, so this. So let's go from the number ones and down and see who would get into the who would get to be professional, right? So first, right here, it was Ren. I would see Ren going professional. Then Isagi, I would not see Isagi go professional. Shido and Baro, I could see them both, yeah, for sure. Then Bachira, I don't see Bachira actually going professional. Bachira at the beginning was a little bit too crazy in a bad way. He was not crazy as in Shido crazy, as in good. He was too reliant on finding a monster. He did not know how to play with his teammates and a lot of that shit. If it wasn't for Isagi, Bachira would have failed. So I don't see. Aiku for sure. Chigiri would not have even played, so never mind that. Kunigami, no. Like, without the wild card, I don't even see Kunigami. Aryu, I kind of see Aryu, you know? Aryu always had that good playing style, and he would then play defensively, and he would be great of a defender, so I would see Aiko. Otoya, I don't know. Otoya follows the flow too much. Like, so if he doesn't have some good player like Karasu or Bachira backing him, I don't see Otoya. Nagi, definitely not. Nico, nah. I think Nico, the fact that he benefited a lot from Isagi means that he can't. Sendo, obviously not. Yuki, I could see Yuki, yeah, for sure. I could see Yuki. Karasu, I already said yes. Rios, yes. Kuruna is too much of a puppy. Kuruna is too much of a dog to be that. Gagamaro, I could actually see him, not as a goalkeeper, but I could actually see him going professional. Fukaku, no. Tokimitsu, hell nah. Zantetsu, no, he's too dumb for it. Hiyori, definitely not. If it wasn't for Isagi, he already quit. Raichi, no. So, yeah, so for these, I don't think that, these don't matter, I think. But, for these, I don't see that, these are the ones I could see going professional. Algeria, okay, so Acelock, love your content, although watching your live streams would ruin my sleep schedule. Hey, Scarlett, sorry about that, but you could watch them as VOD. As VODs. Once the live is over, you could watch them tomorrow, whenever you like. They're always video, they're always going to stay as video, so you can watch them whenever you like. You think geniuses only listen to madness and talented learners to reason? No, we have Baro who listens to reason, but his own reason, if you could understand it. Geniuses, it's the difference between geniuses and talented learners is in just how they see the world. Geniuses tend to see the world from the perspective of them being special since day one. Talented learners see the world from the perspective of knowing they are special, but at the same time, the world does not recognize them. So they always seek that world recognition. And it was explained perfectly with Karasu. A normal person, because it's not two categories, it's actually three. There are normal persons like Nanase. A normal person would not understand. Like he would live life regularly. But geniuses and talented learners see things differently, and how they were brought up makes for that. So for example, someone like Baro has always been regarded as the best. So he already has a distorted vision of him being the king. But someone like Karasu, even though his mind is better than the others, he actually was not recognized for it. He was bullied. He was like, do you understand it? So he grew up seeking attention from the world. So this is the difference between talented learners and geniuses. If I were Rin, I would do the mature thing and phone call Sai to ask his professional opinion on what to do to fix my playing style and get back on the tram. If he does that, Sai would say some insane shit and Rin would go mad, would go mad more. Zantetsu Loki underrated. I want to see him play. I really do, man. Like we're having like, I want to see a lot of players. I'm not gonna lie. We didn't get to see Otoya and Shido, so I want to see them play again. I want to see Yuki a little bit. I want to see Zantetsu, and I also want to see what's it called. Funny enough, I want to see. Hold on, I forgot his name. What is he? Yeah, Raichi. I want to see Raichi more. Which, by the way, the reason they played in Nigeria because Raichi and Corona are Isagi's teammates. So the writer leaned, Ego leaned more towards Isagi. The same way Otoya was introduced into the France game. So Ego would show that he is leaning more towards towards Karasu. Do you understand? It's okay. Wasn't Blue Lock try to create the only one striker and eliminate everyone else after what happened? I wonder who will be the last 7, and is Isagi will be there. Of course, Isagi will have been there, but the problem is, I think the point of return was the hijacking of the U20 team. Ego went from his only responsibility to create the best striker to actually leading Japan towards the U20 World Cup win, because Isagi cannot keep his mouth shut, right? Rin might just kill Ego in the next show. We could see that. So, you never know with Rin. I would love to see Kiora Jim playing. Yeah, man, I would love to see him too. Kiora was cool, and he did not do much in the PXG game, but I want to see more of him. Kiora needs another chance. That's true. Why would Sai say bad stuff? If Rin genuinely calls for help, isn't it in Sai's interest? That Sai understand that it would not mean anything for a genius. He needs to talk to him in his own way, the same as Ego did and benched him. Yeah. Anyways, guys, I think we end the live here. I know it's a short one today, but all I had in mind was just to review the chapter, and I think we've covered everything, especially and most importantly this panel right here. Yeah. So I think we should end the live here. Again, sorry it was short, but as I said, it was just a chapter review. We could do one maybe the day after tomorrow. Yeah. Maybe the day after tomorrow we do another live. So what do you think? Or do you have anything else to talk about, or what are we doing here? What's your prediction for the lineup of the next game? Because I have Isagi and Baro front 2. I want to do, we could do a live stream on it. It's not receiving a... Do you understand? I want to do a live stream specifically for England prediction. But once we see England a little bit, once we see the game, once we see the manga going towards showing the England game, we could do theories on the lineups and things like that. And Blue Lock is falling off, exactly. I got something to ask. Yeah, Drake, ask away. Before we end the stream, ask away. I bet it's Shido. Listen, Shido needs to play. I want to see Shido. I don't care. Especially after his shameful performance in the France game. Getting devoured by Baro and then boom. Yeah, what's up, Drake? Ask away. Wasn't Isagi going to betray Ego? Yeah, but it would happen, but not one. Not, how do I say it? Not immediately. It would happen, don't worry. You'll be watching my live stream tomorrow, man. Yeah, bro, exactly. Go to sleep, and then you could watch it tomorrow as a VOD. You could always watch them. You could go back to any live stream you want. It's like if you have a good segment that I spoke of, like for example the Kaiser explanation, you could go back and watch that. So is ego only focusing on the best striker could be the reason why Isagi will be the most hated in the manga, not in the internet, as the others were sacrificed? That could be the case, you know. Like it could be like what the writer said about Isagi being the most hated could be interpreted as Isagi becoming the villain of the show, which is at the end of the day through him becoming the best striker. Drake, please ask your question because like let's end the stream. Okay, Shido and Rin will get their redemption eventually, I believe. Of course, they are one of the most important characters, so don't worry about them. No way they go out like that. Exactly. Then how he will be the last seven when he betrays? Or what do you mean? What are you talking about the last seven? Who cares about the last seven? Like I don't understand. It keeps not showing. I don't know. Maybe you're saying some bad words, bro. Yeah, see ya, Rafa. Take care, bro. Yeah. Anyways, I gotta go, guys. Like, see you next time. We will do a live the day after tomorrow. I'll try to keep them every other day, so don't worry about it. Yeah. See you guys. I really hope you enjoyed this one, by the way, because we really explained